Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. It's been a while since I've done a clip, and one of the reasons I'm doing this clip is because I received a letter from my granddaughter, and she enjoyed reviewing some of the previous clips that I've made, and one especially on the creationist versus evolution and the ideas behind it, promoting my particular viewpoint, but she is aware, and at her tender age, she is more than able to see that this is an opinion perspective, my opinion, and that she has her own opinion. In this case, it balanced with mine. She used to be an evolutionist, she said. Now she is a creationist. And as a creationist, you, of course, look towards eternity because you are the created being. And if you're a Christian, if you're embedded in the Christian ideas, then you have a heaven to go to, or you have a spiritual end from other religions to achieve. But the bottom line in that creationism is goodness. You go to the good, which many people in this Christian community, especially that we see today, have forgotten that. They are not going to the good, they're going to what's important to themselves. And importance to oneself is not necessarily good. So I thank my granddaughter for writing me that letter. I don't communicate very well interpersonally. I've never been a great letter writer. In days gone by, I guess I've written a few, and lately my handwriting is such that it's almost atrocious. But I can still type, and I still don't communicate effectively. But she reached out. Her mother, who is home taught her, emphasizes letter writing. It's a simple thing, and it means something to people. I know my wife currently sends cards out and she gets cards back and there's an exchange. It's better than texting because it's more personal. The texting is not even spell checked usually, and there's so many errors in it that just accept it. But in this slow process of accepting the imperfections of people, we create a society that becomes more and more imperfect. And with the problems that we're facing, the technological advances that we have created, we create a system in which we have more, shall we say, mediocrity than competency. Now you say, well, how does your granddaughter's letter get to social incompetency or mediocrity? Well, she's a young woman who's beginning her life. And yet she took the time to send out a letter to her grandfather who said, I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate it. And with detail. Not just, I appreciate it, period, send, but I appreciate it because. And she told me some of the background in her life and her story. All this means something to a societal input, which is what we all need, whether you believe it or not. Whether you're independently wealthy right now or not, you are still part of a societal group. And we want this benefit of working towards the good. Not only the good financially, the good philosophically, in which she talked about. She said that she was an evolutionist, but with her own research, whatever that involved. And again, when you're talking about creation, you're talking about a creator, something, an intellect, a purpose in your being here. It isn't just arbitrary stuff, it has meaning, extreme, eternal meaning. And people don't seem to care at all. I haven't heard much about it. I mean, I drift through the YouTube thing and all that, but I don't really go into listening to some of these characters. But I don't hear a lot on, you know, I got a response one time about honor. I don't hear a lot about honor. And what is honor? Honor is a characteristic of you. It's also a characteristic of the society in which we live in. And what is that society made of? You. So my granddaughter's letter meant something. It improved my, understanding of myself to some degree. That these clips have some input. Impact is a better word. And it impacted her. Well, it impacts anybody who reads it, looks at it, reads the comments, looks at the video. They all have impact. All actions have impact. All actions have consequences. Her letter has shown that it has impact. This is one way. It could be others. This clip can influence other people, can influence her. One doesn't know what one can do, and as long as they're trying to do what is of value, creating quality. Quality. That means taking yourself outside of yourself and looking at the impact. Now, quality can generate wealth in some people. Quality can generate happiness in most people because you're going to something of value, something of good. And I don't mean monetary value. I don't do these clips for monetary reasons because I don't have the viewership. There is no money engaged in it. There was a couple of clips that did get some sponsors or some, commercials stuck in there, but there were few and far between. I don't have that. It's not my purpose. Opinions Plus is not for that, and Nova reminded me of that. It is not for that purpose. I just have the commitment and the, emotional, physical wherewithal, even though it doesn't take a lot to sit here and talk. But it takes a lot of mental determination, and if you're going through medication changes and things like that, it does impact your mental health to some degree. Your desires in some degree. There's a lot that goes into a little statement of 10 minutes or less long, is what I try to do anyway. But the bottom line is that this girl, because she wanted to just touch someone, to communicate in some way about something that meant something to her. Obviously, it meant something to me. And obviously, it means something to someone else because someone else is going to see this clip. No, I don't know how many, but someone else will. And it's important. And she stimulated that. And she may even be stimulated to make her own YouTube clips and talk about her life and her beginnings, her philosophy, her understanding of philosophy, and reach out to children of her age. It's important because we all need to go to the good. Go to the good. Keep hope alive, and I thank you, Nova, for helping me to remember that, to put this clip on. So it's dedicated to you, and I appreciate you and love you, and you just take care, and I will try to keep these things going as best as I can because it's important, and you made that clear to me. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, hit the like button for whatever that does, and comment, because Noah liked the comments. She reads them. So don't just do it for me. Read, put the comments down for yourself, for others, for her. It's important. Communicate. Share. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye for now.